Okay, hi. This is how to make the origami paper wallet. This is the side that I've printed from the template with the photos on it. If you wanted to get a bit fancy, when you've made this wallet, you'll see that one of the photos could probably be flipped upside down to make it look a bit better, but I'm not going to bother for the sake of this exercise. So the other side is completely blank and this side's got the photo. So start with the photo side up and fold it back onto itself, making sure that this edge here is flush with the other edge underneath, and create your fold here. Step 2 is to fold it back onto itself, but don't make a fold all the way along, just make a marker. So fold the corner here and line up the corner here and make a marker there. So I've really just started to crease the very edge of it on either side, and that will help us in a moment. Now, about a finger's width, depending on the width of your finger I suppose, but a little bit over a centimetre, I want you to fold that down onto itself, so you're creating a little bit of a lip. Again, be careful that it's lined up so that your edges are nice and straight here on either side. Turn it over and do the same on the other side, keeping your edges straight. You can line it up with the one underneath as well. Okay, so you should have something looking a little bit like that. Now turn it over to the side where you have your little markers that you made before, that little crease, and fold this down. The crease is here, I'll keep my finger on it, and fold it down so it's almost touching where that crease was, and you're going to make the edge a triangular edge there, and do the same on this side as well. There's my crease there where my finger is, and that side triangular. Flip it over and make these triangles to match the edge of the triangles on the other side. Like so. So there you have your 4 triangular edges. Now I'd like you to take either one and fold it towards the center of your piece of paper, but leave about 1 millimeter or 2, probably about 2 millimeters before the edge of the paper, as you can see here. Okay, there's the edge of this paper, and I'm bringing it back so that there's a couple of millimeters gap between it and the edge of the paper, and then make your fold. Flip it over and do the same thing on this side, a couple of millimeters to the edge, and make your fold down here. So you should be left with something looking a little bit like this at this stage. Okay, turn it over so you've got your blank side, and grab yourself a credit card or a card that's the size of a credit card. Place it in the middle of the piece of paper, and we're going to use it as a guide to fold over these ends. So leaving the card inside, I fold that one over like so, make my fold. Leave the card in and fold this one over as well, but don't make it fold too tightly against the edge of the card. Otherwise, when you try and put your cards in later, they'll be very tight. So I'm just sort of making a very loose fold here, getting a feel for the fold, and making a fold, folding this over. And if I feel under there's a bit of a gap between the card underneath and the edge, and that will be good for later on, because I put 6 or 7 credit cards in this wallet. Now that you've done that, just simply tuck in this edge under here and this edge into this opening, flatten it down so that it's sort of snug, and there you have your wallet with your photos on the outside. Now the reason I said you might want to flip your photos is because this photo's that way, but if you turn it around, this one's upside down. So you might want to flip one of those two photos so that you're able to hold it like this and flip it. Well, actually, if you flip it like that, the photo is up the right way, but if you flip it like that, it's upside down. So it's up to you, it doesn't really matter too much. And all of these photos in here are facing the one direction. Again, flip them if you would like to do it differently. You might have noticed here too, I put some words. You might want to put some information there that you find important. I've put down here that this wallet belongs to me and how to contact me if you find it. Now, what we can do with this wallet is there is a bit of a secret compartment in here, in this little flap in the center, so you might be able to put some extra money in there, and you might be able to then slide it off to one side so that it's out of view. That's the secret compartment. Just remember that if you put something in that secret compartment, that you do have a fold in the middle, and you wouldn't want something across that fold underneath it. You can put money here in this side. You can put a card in this side, just giving you an idea of what you can do. Pop a card in there and our cash in here. Now, they're the two inside pockets. There are 4 outside pockets. So there's one here to put a card. There's another one here. And if you turn it around, there's 2 more. One on that side and one on this side. So essentially you could put 2 credit cards there, 2 credit cards there, and probably 2 or 3 credit cards in each side on the inside. It will be a little bit fat when you put all your cards in and your cash, but after it's been sitting in your pocket for a little while, it'll flatten out and be quite a small wallet. Now, just in case, this edge in the middle of the wallet here is an exposed edge, and it's a hinge, so it gets a lot of work, both inside and outside. These other edges come in contact a lot as well, but what I've done with one of the wallets that I made is I added some sticky tape along this seam so that it would have a little bit of extra strength, just so that it wouldn't become a point of weakness. I've never tested it without the sticky tape, so I'm not sure how long it would last. But if you want to do that, unfold your wallet, so it's back to the original piece of paper, flip it over to the blank side, and grab a piece of sticky tape that is at least as wide as the piece of paper. Doesn't need to be any wider. Doesn't need to cover both sides of the paper, just the blank side. And stick it down like that, so that when you put the wallet back together again, you'll notice that the sticky tape will offer a little bit more protection along that fold. Just putting it back together so that you can see what I mean. Okay, there's the wallet made up again, and you might not be able to see it, but along here there's a shining bit where the sticky tape is, offering a little bit of protection, and of course in the middle here as well. If you put your finger under there, you'll feel there's no sticky tape underneath. And that is the Origami wallet.